I am here this morning to talk to you about Irma Stovall. And I know you're going, who is that? I'm not asking for prayers for Irma. She's already home with Jesus. And she passed away in 1985, just before our church opened. But I assure you that her presence is with us this morning. That's because there's a little bit of Irma that I carry with me, and a little bit of Irma in my children's ministry every week. You see, Irma was a very important person in my life when I was a little girl. Irma was a grandma, but she wasn't my grandma. And I learned a lot about Jesus from her, but she was never my Sunday school teacher. In fact, she wasn't even a member of my church. But she was just a nice lady who helped out sometimes in the church nursery where my little brothers played, while big kids like me went to Sunday school. Irma and I had a lot in common. We had the same birthday, we had the same initials, Irma Stovall, Elise Stemmons, and I had uncles named Jack and Bill, and she had sons named Jack and Bill. But that little connection with her made a big impact on me. She knew my name. She found all of my stories interesting, and she was always impressed with my artwork. And so as a very young child, I learned that Jesus loves me, because of course Jesus loves me. Every time I'm in his house, there are people like Irma Stovall and many others who made me feel like I was loved. It's my mission as director of children's ministry at Heritage for every child who participates in any activity at Heritage to experience God's love for them through the interactions that they have with caring adults. So I have a special invitation for the older adults in our congregation to engage with the children through a new fellowship opportunity, Heritage Grandparents Club. And we know it's going to be awesome because I made a logo. The great thing is, it doesn't matter whether you have grandchildren in this congregation or grandchildren in another state, or if you don't have grandchildren at all. I'm inviting you to be an Irma Stovall in the lives of children at Heritage. First, let me explain what Grandparents Club is not. It's not a one-on-one mentoring program. It's not a volunteer role that I'm just looking for X number of slots to be filled. It's not a fundraising campaign. It is an ongoing opportunity for you to engage with the children of our church so that you're sharing God's love with them and they're sharing the joyfulness of their childhood with you. There's only 3 requirements to join Grandparents Club. You must be 50 or older, because although I'm a grandma, I'm not old enough, so you have to be older than me. You have to fill out a registration form, which is 20 pages long. I'm just kidding. It would be 1 page. I haven't finished it yet because I was a little busy getting Children's Sabbath set up. But I promise it will be on the children's ministry table and the kiosk next week. And that just gives me an opportunity to know what your hobbies and talents and interests are, so that when I need someone for children's ministry to sew our little Bible figures, thank you, Evelyn, or are you good at knitting or carpentry or baking, or what is it that you really enjoy doing? It lets me know who to call when we have a need in children's ministry. And the third thing is, I need you to be Safe Gathering certified. This is because there will be times when I'm inviting you to come and be with the kids. Not as volunteers necessarily, not as teachers necessarily, but to just be with us when we're having children's activities. And I want to share information with you about the children in our program. So if you're not already certified, and I know many of you are, I need you to get your Safe Gathering certification. The training is online, so you can watch it at your convenience. And I know that many of you are internet savvy. I see you on your InstaFace and your Snapgram, or whatever. But some of you may find online stuff just a little bit intimidating. I am happy to help you with that. I'm here at the church during the week. You're more than welcome to come, and we'll set you up on one of the computers here and walk you through it. So I will make that as painless as possible, and the church will even pay for it. But those are the three things. And in return, you get some perks. So one of the perks is you're going to get a birthday card that is made by the children in our church. You're going to get a Christmas ornament that's made by the children in our church. You are going to get a souvenir photo from VBS. You are going to get a newsletter that tells you what's going on in the life of these kids. And there was something else. Nah, never mind. I reserve the right to add additional perks at any time. So please join with us and be an Irma Stovall in our community. And that's what I'll be placing on the altar this morning. This little doll. My mom gave her to me when she pulled her out of a closet somewhere, and she gave her to me when I was probably 16 or 18, and she said, "Oh, do you remember Irma Stovall? She wanted you to have this." And I said, "I do. I remember Irma Stovall." So I just invite all of you to join with us in children's ministry in the Grandparents Club. Thank you.